hypnotized by the sound of your heartbeat. My soul is overwhelmed. I find it hard to be discreet. I feel your presence in the room. The way it's killing me is a murder. It's unheard of. Let's take the love imprisoned in us and let it go.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Disabled Team and welcome to the eXtra Time Show. Cieran and I'm assuming Titch is running a bit late, so you've got us to start. You've got us to go the B team, shall we say, to go to start this show off. So here we go. Good evening, Big Mally. Hope you're doing well, our friend. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Harmony, and thank you for the lovely messages, darling. Thank you very much. Much appreciated as always. Morning H and hey Mally. Right. So well, it's just me and you, mate. The plans of starting the show with them all together goes out the window. So let's start right. Let's talk about a bit about the Liverpool game. Unexpected. You're not for you though, what you said that we were doing, didn't you?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
But you said that we're going to win every game. To be fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And you know this fascination with three. There were 3 goals in it.
Yeah, but there were 2.
Yeah, but 2 of us and 1 at Liverpool.
Yeah.
So there were 3 goals in it.
Yeah.
So you get the fascination with the number 3 for you seems to work, doesn't it?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's catch up with some of these chats. Hey, big man. I'll be on some rules. No worries at all, brother Titch. No worries at all, mate. No worries at all. Good evening, TD5. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, everybody. Hello from Lexington, Kentucky, USA. Come on, you Iams. It's Brother Lawrence. Hiya, Brother Lawrence. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Typical West Ham, always late. That's where they don't score goals. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Always late. David Moyes' tactics, outdated. Always, back it pass. My brother Lawrence and I Harmony. So looking at table though, we've been looking at table before we started the show. I mean, we've obviously looked at it together before we did preview and stuff, preview a game. But you know, West Ham are only 2 points ahead of Leeds, and we're saying that we've had a bad season. You know what I mean? I think some context needs to be put in place that this season, for some reason, for anywhere from 11th down to 19th, is a relegation battle. From Brentford down, Brentford, Everton, West Ham, Bournemouth, Leeds, Villa at this moment in time.
Yeah.
But I do think they'll be all right with Emery. Southampton, Leicester, and Wolves. Any 3 of them teams can go down, you know. And I forgot one at bottom. I know, I forgot right at bottom. Nottingham Forest. Do you know what I mean? So it's still all to play for this season.
Yeah.
Lawrence, Harmony, Mally, Titch, man. Lawrence, thumbs up. And we have a game in hand on them too. There you go, man. Yeah, we have a game in hand on them as well.
Yeah, we've got no goal first pair and
Man United.
yes, 2 pairs all. I think the first game.
Forest fills me with confidence. It does. It really does. Forest fills me with confidence. Man United, not being hand on heart honest. No, not really, because we know what they can do and we know how good Eric Ten Hag's got them playing now. Let's be honest.
I think first game for these will be Forest away, I think, or home. It's away match, isn't it?
I think so. I think you might be right. So Forest is this game in hand.
Yes.
We've got every chance of beating Forest.
And Man United are, I think, home right away.
I'll let you know now while we're speaking.
I know
Fixtures.
To
be confirmed. Here you go. So Leeds, we've got Forest at home. And we've got
Man United.
We've got
Man United away.
Man United away.
Yeah.
So I've got more confidence with the Forest at home.
Yeah, but not Man United away.
Yeah, no, and I want to beat them. I really do. Nobody likes them, but I want to beat them. But you know, with Forest is an easier game of the two. Let's put it that way. Big Malice says, how do you think Wolves will do with their new manager, Stu? The problem with Wolves, right? And I don't know how they can fix this until January. Is they haven't got a striker in the team. They haven't got a goal scorer. And Wolves.
No.
They're good in spells. I mean, Diego Costa got his first ever red card in Premier League, so he's suspended. I mean, that's mad, isn't it? Someone like Diego Costa getting only his first ever red card in Premier League. It's mad.
I've seen that tackle.
Like, he put his head to him.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I mean, they want a lot of force, but you can't put your head against somebody else, can you?
No.
So it's a red card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's 3-match ban for his actions. So he's not just facing a 1-match ban, or he's facing 3.
Yeah.
Violent conduct, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Violent conduct is 3-match ban, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, Big Malay. You see, Wolves are a funny team, aren't they? They've got some really, really, really good players. Yes. Well, let's be honest, half of Portugal plays for them. You know, Raul Jimenez is still injured, apparently. So he's not going to be available. That Wang Ying Han, or whatever he's called, they don't even want him there. The players don't like him. The players don't want him there. The fans don't like him. So he's their only striker at this moment in time. He was fit.
Yeah.
And he hasn't scored at all this season. He's still waiting for he hasn't scored a goal, I checked.
Yeah.
I checked it up. He hasn't scored a goal yet.
No.
West Ham might have a chance at the Coca-Cola League. Oh yeah, we have to say congratulations to West Ham for going unbeaten in their opening 6 European Conference League games.
Yes.
They won all 6 of them. Now people might say that the teams they played against they should have, but I've always said this: there's always one team out of them 6 who was going to sprint and shock. But West Ham come through with flying colours. It's just the Premier League form. What they can't seem. They haven't got no. They seem to be struggling in Premier League. The good finish for West Ham. Paqueta's back this weekend, Sunday against Palace. So hopefully Skamaka and Paqueta can work wonders for them. Gives the West Ham fans so much to shout about in the league. And Leeds, obviously, we've got Bournemouth Saturday, which has to be a must-win game because you beat Liverpool out their ground, you end Virgil van Dijk's unbeaten Anfield record. You've got to push on. And you've got to get that result against Bournemouth. The only problem we've got is Sinister is going to be out for a long time. I mean, it's saying till after World Cup. I think it could be longer.
I think I look about injuries L1 and 2 people. I think 1 people.
Well, there's only Forshaw and Dallas who's the problem.
Yeah.
Forshaw, Dallas, and now Sinister. We've only got that Sinister, really. I mean, Forshaw and Dallas, they've been injured since last season anyway. So it's just Sinister. We've done well, really, this season with injuries. Because game week 6-15 this week, aren't we? Game week 14, we were, a lot of players were down. But luckily they come through, and we got that victory. Catch up with some of his comments.
Because I know
Stu, I heard that. Good man, good Lawrence. I think it. How are you, Lawrence? Titch, my man. Good. Sorry, I missed your call. Nobody's brother. I think he will really tighten up that Wolves side. So they have some quality players, yeah. Just need some direction and a goal scorer, Hermione. Good evening, brother Hammerhead. Hope you're doing well. Where is everyone hiding that? Where is everyone at? They all hiding? No. Cieran's not as young as he used to be. God bless him. And he's been working away. And he's had this. I mean, I listened to. You were telling us after the stream last week, you know, his living conditions because he's sleeping out away because he's working away from Monday to Friday. And it's not. Let's put it this way: he's not sleeping at Rick's Hotel. On comfy duck feathered sheets, bed sheets. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit older, this Cieran. It's a bit more, you know, we've got to be a bit more gentle with him. Got to give him that little bit longer to get himself ready and out of bed. Got to put that WD-40 oil on. Got to have a Damatrori around to rub out baby oil into his joints. And you know, so it's a little bit late now these days. And brother Titch, I think he's eating, bless him. And my head. My mate, well, it is one of them. It is one of the devils. Brother Titch, hope you're doing well, my friend. How are you?
Let's put my headphones in.
No worries, mate. I'll be staggered. Oh, they'll be staggering in from the firework displays.
Evening.
Larry, my brother, hope you're well. Hi, Stu. Did Argentine? Oh, right. Whoa. Yeah, she's got a point. Did Argentine stick go unbeaten as well? Winning 5 and drawing 1. We finished runners up. All right, so the finished runners up in the Albertson. So Europe not on again next. So Europe on again next year too. Incredible season. Well done to Jordans. Really well done. Well, the Gardens. Sorry.
You're Gordons.
You're Gordons.
You're Gordons.
Your Gordons, that's it. Your Gordons. Yeah. So I was telling you one at Titch about the ticket prices. We're going to get charged to go to Tottenham.
£180 for a match.
Yes, £180 to go to Tottenham v Leeds.
That's a joke.
You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous. Is Cieran coming?
He's coming. Yeah, he said they give him 10 minutes. He's just having a Damatrori rubbing up baby oil into his joints. He's not as young. He's not as young anymore these days. We're working away a bit now. You know what I mean? His living conditions and stuff. He's not sleeping in Rick's Hotel, is he? So he needs a bit of time to get the aches and pains out of his joints. Broski.
Broski.
Stu, did you see our match yesterday with all our young mates? First team ever to go win right with all our young mates. First team ever to go win every match in their group. I did see. I watched first half with Titch. Well, you know, we watched it along when we were on phone. I thought they played well, West Ham youth players. The only problem is how many of them youth players are going to get a realistic chance at first starting 11 in Premier League.
Yeah, you know, Davey said at training today, he said that he felt like that team played better football than the first team. And I said, yeah, because the first team's instructions are, you know, negative and blah, blah, blah. Them lot went out there, played with freedom and played better football than what we're used to seeing.
Robert, Cieran, how you doing, mate?
Oh, good. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, all good. Has your clocks gone back, have they?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, brilliant. Because now it's 8 in the morning now instead of 7.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I was just telling viewers that you had Damatrori rubbing up baby oil into your joints as you're not so young anymore. You know, after working away all week, you know, Damatrori rubbing all your joints with baby oil, WD-40, getting your joints going again.
That's what I could do with, mate. I'll tell you. Yeah, Mark. I got back yesterday afternoon. I was absolutely shattered. Went to bed about 8:30 and woke up at 5:30 this morning. So, but I was still shattered. But there it is.
Is it getting any better for you now, Kieran? Are you getting? Are you seeing a light now, or is it still the same?
Yeah. This week was a bit of a breakthrough week. We things started happening and started throwing some doors on and skirtings and architraves. Starting to see a little bit of progress. And the other geezer we had there that I told him politely to fuck off.
Yeah. Is he gone?
We actually did fuck him off on the Wednesday because he was fucking useless, and he was holding us back more than anything. So it's just me and Paul now, and we'll have to get the job done.
Now.
Yeah, not so. We needed 3, but this guy just weren't cutting it, so we got rid of him.
And Paul was a Leeds fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Leeds boy. He's not much into football, but he's a Leeds boy, born and bred. Yeah. So.
Has he still got his accent?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, real Yorkie accent, mate. He's got a real Leeds accent. Yeah, he's a I just call him Northern Monkey, but and he calls me Cockney Wanker, so everyone's happy.
Even Dick Turpin wore a mask.
Lawrence. Jeremy, she's still calling you Jeremy Corbyn.
She started on me already. Good morning, Lawrence. Good morning, Harmony. How are you? Well, or good evening to you, I suppose. Yeah.
West Ham mates telling me an event here will show up. See, everyone were panicking that you weren't showing up, Kieran. Actually, explain to them that you need a bit longer now.
I was just doing the morning ablutions.
There he is, the Australian legend.
Yo, Hammer, Big Malay.
It sounds like a bird's in the background, isn't it?
Kieran's joints. Kieran's joints.
The
what? I missed that.
It was squeaking.
Squeaking?
Yeah, I said it's your joints.
No, everything's hurting. My elbow, my knee, my shoulder, back. Everything's hurting, mate. I'm getting too up with this bollocks.
But what is that? What is that squeaking?
Honestly, this is my last major contract. That's it. I'm giving it up like that.
I thought the train robbery was your last big job.
Yeah, I was only 3. Brinksmat, you know that it's Brinksmat, not the train.
Yeah.
So what's new? I got home last night because I can't watch nothing out there, and I got home yesterday afternoon, and I put on the mini match of the Man United game and then the mini match of the European game. So I haven't got a true perspective of how well or bad we played. But funny enough, when I left on that Monday morning, the West Ham game was on, and I got to see the last 15 minutes of the Man United game. Yeah. And that was probably the best 15 minutes, was it?
By far.
Again, I'll go back to my point. Certain keepers win you games and save you points, don't they? And De Gea done it for them that day, didn't he? He pulled off a couple of cracking saves. And he was the difference. But was it a case, Titch, of did we do the usual, sit back, and they go 1-0 up, and then we try and get it back at the end? Was that the story?
It was exactly that. And I don't know what's wrong for that game. So once I saw the lineup, I said, it looks like it's going to be the same old sit back, and just hope to get something out. So it was the same, it was quite predictable. I think Fornell's coming on changed the game. I think Antonio coming on changed the game. Scamacca is being misused, and without Paqueta, he's coming too deep and doesn't look, as effective. So
effective there.
Yeah, I think that Bowen should have come off, and Scamacca could have stayed on, and Antonio could have went on the right. So, but I think Fornell's his display in that game, and then his display last night. Now, Paqueta is back. But is he ready to start? I think Fornell should, we're playing Palace at home, right? They are a good team, but we got I said to David today at training, I said, what doesn't make sense is this. Paqueta got injured, right? And rather than bringing Fornells or Lanzini because they play in that position, he brings in Flynn Downs. Once Paqueta comes back in, you're going to take out Flynn Downs or Souček. So why did you not bring in a like for like in Fornells? Why did you go defensive once Paqueta was out?
Yes. Noise, isn't it? Yeah. The one thing that sort of disappoints me with him, he's just safety first, really, isn't he? Instead of, I thought we should have. I would have gone 2 up front against Man United. I think they're vulnerable at the back,
They were.
and I think you could have got at them early.
Yeah.
A bit like how Leeds ripped Liverpool apart last week.
Yeah.
Was I laughing? Old Jimmy Somerville there when he nicked that goal out of nothing. I went, my God, what a result! Hey, and I'll tell you what, I do believe, Stewie boy, last week I did said, look, if you turn up and go over it, you might get a result against Liverpool because they're vulnerable. And all you Leeds supporters, we're losing 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. I think it's only
10-0.
Young Lee. It's only me and Young Lee that believed that something could happen.
I said 2-1 lead. I actually put it to the correct score.
Yeah. All right.
Harmony, I think Harmony said 46-0. Was that the game? She said 46-0.
Yeah. Well done, Stewie and Lee. That was a great result, man. Much needed 3 points, wasn't it?
We've got to follow that up, no allowance. We've got to follow that up, no against Bournemouth tomorrow, Cieran. Otherwise, if we lose to, I'll say this now: if we lose to Bournemouth tomorrow, that result against Liverpool is meaningless because all that hard work, what we did against Liverpool, will be undone. Sort
of, Stewie, but it's better than losing against both of them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we said that we'd get 3 points out of the next 3, and that were Liverpool, Bournemouth, Tottenham. Because I didn't expect out against Liverpool, and I didn't expect out against Tottenham. But saying that, I have watched Tottenham, and they aren't all that much. They aren't always cracked up to be, at Tottenham.
Nah.
They're really not. I mean, some fans are wanting more, are enjoying Conte's football. They're not enjoying it at all. Cieran says, Big Mally says, Cieran, one shot, but what's Paul's surname?
Oh, it's Stainsby. Paul Stainsby. And if you remember many years ago, Chris Rea brought out a song called Stainsby Girls, if you remember that.
Mally, I ain't got a bloody clue about music. I've been watching some videos. I watched what's this music festival at a place called Tomorrowland. I said to Scylla, me and you go there. She says, no chance. She says, not with your peg leg. She says, she says, I don't want you getting squashed in wheelchair. I said, I don't mind if it's all good looking for me. They can fall flat. You know what I mean? But no, she won't let me go. I'm looking at tickets nearly a grand for a ticket to go there or not.
No.
A lot of money.
I think Chris Rea must be one of your lot, I think. I think he's a Yorkie, I think. Harmony had told me because she's pretty cluey on the old music. But Chris Rea, he brought out, because I always loved that song too. And then when I met Paul many years ago, his surname was Stainsby, and he's got 2 daughters, and they were the Stainsby girls. I went, well.
Crazy. Stainsby, I've never heard that name either.
So that one I accidentally clicked up on button. Right, Amani says West Ham are treating Scamacca like Leeds treated Rodrigo. Out of place and not able to play to his full potential.
I think, when Paqueta's not in the team, then that is the case.
You know what I don't understand though, Titch, right? You didn't have Paqueta playing against Man United.
No.
Right. As soon as Antonio come on, crosses were going into the box. Why wouldn't they do that for Scamacca?
Because Stuart we weren't throwing almost caution to the wind until, you understand, up until that point, and by then he's off the pitch now. So that's why it made sense to keep him on. You have to keep him on. You got to go for it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't take off Flynn Downs or something.
Yeah, take off. Exactly.
Bring on Antonio, play 2 at top. If you, I mean, to be fair, I don't understand why you don't go for games from the start. You're good enough to. He just chooses not to. It's exactly Moyes' position. It's Moyes' positioning.
Yeah, I think that's what was that for?
That was when you said about Moyes not changing, about same old.
Yeah. It's so predictable, you know. As soon as you kind of anticipate he's going to pick this lineup, and if he does, you know what performance is going to be, and it was exactly that. Scared of the big six.
And it's annoying
It's
because
gotta
we should have got something out against Liverpool, and we should have got something in that game. You know, if you'd gone for it. But yeah, again, you lose both 1-0. Yeah, no cigar, is there?
Nah.
It's well done. Unlucky. Yeah, well, sometimes you make your own luck, don't you?
Yeah. It's just it's too little, too late with Moyes in these games. Yeah, you know, his plan is stay in it till the last 20 minutes, and you know, let's go for it. And I think he would take great satisfaction if you're 1-0 down, you go for it in the last 15, you get a 1-0 draw. In his mind, that's a moral victory when you could have went there and been attacking from the start and won the game.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you as well, Stuart, that Bournemouth game, mate, gee, they don't look, mate, they're looking pretty decent at times, Bournemouth. That's no easy game either, is it, for anyone? So,
they do know how to score, don't they? I mean, they score 2 set pieces against Tottenham as well. Scored 2 set pieces against Tottenham.
No, theirs weren't set pieces. Tottenham scored 2 set pieces against them.
Oh, right. Bournemouth scored 2 goals from our open play.
Open play, yeah.
Ouch.
What I noticed with them is when we play them, once again, I've done a watch along, they get everybody behind the ball. Like their strikers are in the final third, but then when they break fast as well. So they're not like long ball punts to one striker. They're all behind. So they're very hard to break down. And it was only because of those set pieces why Tottenham scored, and that's why the likes of Son and Kane didn't score, because they didn't come from open play. They came from set pieces. So it's no easy game for Leeds. It's not. And I commented on the video you lot put up earlier, Stuart, and I said, look, in theory, if you go to Anfield and win, you beat Bournemouth at home. But this is the reality. This is the Premier League. The fact that no one expected, majority didn't expect you lot to beat Liverpool, should let you know, if Bournemouth beat you, it is what it is. It's the Premier League. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Nobody is saying Jesse Marsh is God for beating Liverpool, because everybody knows it's possible. But the fact is, you've just beaten a team that don't lose at home. So it's easier for Bournemouth to beat you at home than it was for you to beat Liverpool at home.
Well, I'm just looking at the table now, and let's be honest, right? Liverpool have played 12 games. Their results are 1-4, drawn 4, lost 4. So they are undefeatable this season at all.
No.
They're not.
That's mediocre.
We got our 3 points. I agree, Mallet. I do agree. We need 6 points from the next 2 matches prior to the World Cup, according to Brother Lawrence. Crystal Palace.
Say that again. Palace and we're at home again to. Let me check. It's another home game as well.
Fixtures. There we go. Right.
Not Southampton, is it?
No, I played them already.
Oh yeah, we've done them.
It's might be. I think it's not Newcastle.
That's what
Leicester.
Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Gee. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like 6. I'd take 4, but I'd like 6.
Yeah.
So you didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Palace beat you at your ground last season?
We beat them 3-1 at their ground. We was 3-0 up at half time, and they might have beat us at our ground last season.
Yeah, I think they did. They nicked it off us, didn't they?
Yeah, because 2-2. Gallagher scored 2 in that game. 2-2.
Yeah, he scored 2, didn't he, Gallagher?
Yeah, 2-2 in that game, and we beat them 3-1 at their ground.
I would say this about Palace, though, Titch. They're missing Gallagher this season.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a big player for them.
Right. What's everyone's thoughts on Oliver Scar's post-match interview? What led a lad no media training, but wore his heart on his sleeve in the interview. Remember the name, quality player.
Did you see that, Kieran?
No.
So obviously he's 16 years old. He had his debut yesterday, and then so they asked him basically, how was you feeling when you learned that you were starting? And, you know, he was like, just in shock and all of that. He said, look, I was in shock, couldn't believe it. And, you know, he had Ben Johnson standing next to him, who I think also done a great job of just being like a chaperone for him in that interview. And very humble. You know, Ben Johnson said, look, they said, oh, you've been here before. And he said, yeah, but, you know, he done much better than me on my debut and tonight. So I think Johnson played a good role in that interview. But credit to the boy, 16, you know, he handled himself well. And then also Carlton Cole spoke highly of him in the studio, and he said, look, him and his family was over the moon to get a scholar. And Carlton Cole, I don't know whether he's let the cat out of the bag, and he's saying, look, you're happy to get a scholar, but, you know, you're going to get a pro at this club. So he seems to be very grounded, very humble, good family. And, yeah, there was no cockiness or nothing like that. You know, like he was very...
Did he have a very good game?
Yeah, he done well, man. He done well. He played on the left.
Yeah, I've seen bits of him. Like I said, I only saw that mini match, so I can't sort of gauge how well he did.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Cieran, you remember last season when we had the last game and the kids played, and I said I wasn't that impressed, but I think I said Longello for me stood out. I didn't know any of them, so I wasn't predetermined as to have heard name. Longello for me, I thought, you know what, he looks good as a, you know, he could play anywhere on the left. So once again with this kid, you know, I was going to do a watch along, but I didn't. Anyway, I looked at the starting line. I was like, ugh. And, you know, it was refreshing that he actually had a very good game. He had a major impact on the game. And, yeah, for a 16-year-old to go to Romania.
Actually, Titch, watching it, mate, there was one, I weren't sure who was who, because I just watched the mini match, just glimpsed the names, you know, like you, didn't know half of them. And there was a boy on the left kept pinging in good balls.
Yeah, it's him.
And I wasn't sure if that was him.
That's him, 16, yeah.
Because I said to young Cieran here, I said, man, that boy can ping a good ball into the box.
Exactly.
He's put about 3 in there that could have been converted. And I went, well, but I wasn't sure which boy it was.
No, it's him. It's definitely him, because there was a youngster. The youngster started up front was 18. But yeah, him on the left was the youngster. It's definitely the one. Yeah.
Did they give the goal to Mwamba? Because that header was never going in.
Nah, they gave it during the match. They said, nah, it's the own goal.
Did they? That's a shame, isn't it? That's a shame. Oh well.
So,
good for them.
Oliver Scars, and on that, boys, can you see him ever breaking into first team in Premier League under Moyes?
Not for a couple. You wouldn't see it. Not for a couple of years, would you? You wouldn't think that would happen. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, look, that team. Look, nearly all them teams we've played have been pretty average. You know, let's get it right. None of them were that good. And that team I saw there, and that they were disinterested. Well, it was a nothing game for them, wasn't it? It was a nothing game for us. So yeah, it's just good to see a young lad get a run and do well. You know, and remember that for the rest of his life, so is his family. But now the work starts, doesn't it? Right? Can you build on that?
They both said that.
Can you knock on the door? Can you knock on the door and get the attention of the manager, and maybe get a first team start? Who knows? You know, normally these boys they won't take a punt of them unless an injury list dictates it. So I think 16's a tough one. There's not many that can, you know, step into the Premier League at 16. And there's not many Wayne Rooneys around, is there? But so you never know. Give the boy. I think the work starts now for him, and he'll be. This will give him so much confidence, wouldn't it? You know, he'll push on now. He'll be working his ball off.
Do you know what I would say in response to that, Stuart? Yeah, I would say that when we played the last game when all the kids played, Perkins and all of them. We had already won a group. We was at home. We ended up losing 1-0. Was we at home? Anyway, we lost 1-0. To go away to Stour in a dead rubber, like they finished bottom. We could have easily have, you know, I thought before the game, I thought 2-2. I thought there'd be goals, and so he hasn't just had I don't think it was an easy game. You've got to go out there. Their fans want to win. You understand? They want to go out with a bang. I think Moyes, if he's smart, he will introduce him in the Premier League, even if it's for 2 minutes at the end, because Moyes can sort of get on the good side of West Ham now if he actually brings this boy on, right? Because everybody's speaking about him. I don't think from that last game, Perkins, Elise, and all of them, me personally, none of them made me. This boy here, I'm looking at his age and the performance, right? So now he's actually caught my eye. That's all I'm going to say. He's caught my eye. Like many would be, saying he's the next best thing, whatever. Bring him on in the final few minutes in his position. Yeah, just so then, like I said, it shows the fans, the homegrown, the academy is still active, is still working, and Moyes could actually play the smart one there and just get him on the pitch. He's not going to start. No way. He's not ready to start. But there's 5 subs, and let's say we're winning. It's 2-0. Let's say, right, hypothetical, we're beating Palace 2-0, and the referee says 5 minutes of injury time. Get him on. You understand? The game's won. Get him on the pitch, and he tastes victory in his first game. And you understand what I'm saying to you? You have to get him on as soon as you can, meaning when the game's won, bring him on for 2 minutes or whatever. That's what I would do with him.
Fair enough. Well, Amani says, did you see the interview when he was a guest on Match of the Day?
Antonio's interview.
He said that Moyes may play him and Scamacca together, but only very occasionally. His look said it all. He wants it to happen to Antonio. He wants to play with Scamacca.
I didn't see that. You know why? Because I watched the game live. Yeah, and we lost. I don't think I watched the Match of the Day. But yeah, it makes sense in certain games to play them both.
Yeah, I think it does. I want to see it anyway.
Brother Lawrence says, Antonio is a beast on the wing. I have always said, keep him on the wing with Scamacca as a striker.
Well, now we can afford to do that with Scamacca there. And when Bowen wasn't firing at all, and he scuffed that shot at the end, which could have been 1-1. So for me, he should have come off. Scamacca should have stayed on, and Antonio should have come on. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I thought the Fornells took his goal well, Titch.
Really well.
You know what I mean? He took his goal really well. The run as well. The run he made.
Yeah.
He's got a football brain, that kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore, but that man's got a footballing brain, definitely.
He's another one that Moyes has misused. You stuck him out on the left. He worked his socks off. And now all of a sudden, you understand, when there's a spot for him as a number 10, you're playing the likes of Flynn down. So, yeah, Moyes' man management is not the best, man. Seriously.
Man, this is Lawrence. That's basically what in without actually saying it. Villa. 16 and man of the match.
Right. Hammerhead, did he officially get that as well? Because I don't. Yeah. Did he officially get the man of the match? I don't know who got it, but that's crazy. Man of the match. He didn't get across run.
He didn't get across run. He was the man of the match. He didn't get across run and didn't lose the ball cheaply. Beat them all night up and down the left. He was quality. Scars was number 68. I mean, Scars may play against Blackburn.
Should do. That's in the League Cup, and we're at home as well. So I think he needs to be playing in front of the home crowd as well. So yeah, that might be the next time you see him actually in the League.
Be honest, the League Cup is where you should try and test them out, really. Eh?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like giving cups away, but I reckon our most important thing now is that Conference League, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
So don't be too bothered about the League Cup and try these boys out. Give them another run. It'd be great.
Yeah.
You never know.
Big Mally, Stu, what did you think of Marsh not letting Somerville go on for his 21st? That's down to Marsh. I mean, he wants him. It tells me like Marsh, because he scored winning goal against Liverpool, you've got to keep your feet on ground and you still got to put work in training. So yeah, look, if Marsh says no to Somerville going on, Marsh says no. It's down to manager if he's going to let a player go home and not for his 21st, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to back Marsh on that side of it. He's in charge of the team at the end of the day. Good morning, Darren. Hope you're doing well.
How you doing, Darren?
I have a feeling we'll see Antonio and Scamacca both start against Palace. I hope you're right, am I? Because, imagine that. Scamacca, Antonio, and Paqueta are all starting in the same squad side. That's frightening, that,
Ben Rama would have to get thrown into that, and that means that Bowen would have to be on the bench.
And rightly so if you have been performing Titch. No players indestructible, are they? Do you know what I mean? If you're not performing, you go to the bench.
And I think if Paqueta's not 100%, then Fornals has to start after that display. You understand? You have to change it up a bit. And Fornals, Antonio, Scamacca, and Ben Rama, I have no issue with that at all.
Yeah, because it's. But I'm pleased for Ben Rama this season, Titch. Do you know what I mean? I am.
Yeah.
I'm pleased for him. I am. Not sure. I hope he did officially get it. I didn't know if he did officially get man at match.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, how we find out. I'm going to try and check actually.
I think Fornells got it for the 2 goals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. As well as his all-round performance as well. He done well.
You see, Fornells, if Paqueta's playing, Titch, where would you play Fornells?
No, what I'm saying is if we want to be more attacking, we can only play 2 in the middle, right? And that's going to be Suchet and Rice or Rice and Downs, right? I'm saying if Paqueta's not 100% fit, then surely Fornals has played his way in as the number 10 rather than Paqueta. If Paqueta's fit, then we might go with him and Fornals on the bench.
Yeah, all right. So you couldn't play Paqueta and Fornells in the same side.
You could do. I mean, Pablo Fornals or Scamacca, or Paqueta could easily play alongside Declan Rice. Easily. So you could technically play Fornals, Paqueta, and Rice in your team, and you tell Rice you play as the deepest of the 3 of them. You could do it, but Moyes wouldn't do it. That would make West Ham a much better team. Much better.
Crocelio is known for doing silly things and can be a bit unruly. It shows that if he wants to play with the big boys, he's got to act like one. Hopefully, it will teach him a bit of responsibility, Mally. Yeah, because apparently that's the problem. According to Jesse Marsh in his press conference with Somerville, basically what he was saying is he loves playing the games, but he's also got to understand you've got to put in that effort in training as well. He mustn't like doing the training side of it, or he's not as 100% committed to training as they used to playing games. But I think there's a lot of players out there who don't like training. I wouldn't like to be out in bloody cold, running up and down in between cones. I just, if I were a footballer, I just want to play games.
I don't, just because it's his 21st, it's just another birthday. So I've got no issue with Marsh saying, because then, you set a precedent there where everybody, it's my birthday, I want to go back to, if it's that important to you, you fly a couple people over from the Netherlands and you have your little private party at home. You understand?
Yeah.
But it shouldn't warrant time off because it's your 21st birthday.
No, not at all. You're a professional footballer, mate. Birthdays, not a part of it, mate. It's a birthday. That's it. I know it's your 21st. It's a big deal. I'll tell you what's more important, mate, is the big wage you're picking up every week to play for this team and the contract you sign. So that's why your price should lay, not birthdays or parties or any other bollocks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you think Alex Ferguson would worry about anyone's 21st? Hey, you fucking kidding me? Yeah.
Oh, Lawrence. I was going to actually, Stu, what did I say I was going to do? One sec, Lawrence, because there ain't no early game tomorrow, Lawrence.
Sunday, I think it's Arsenal and Chelsea in the morning.
Yeah, that's early, man.
And then there's one at night. Is it Tottenham and Liverpool?
Oh, I'm doing that. You're not doing that, are you, Stuart?
No, mate. No.
So yeah, the late one tomorrow is Everton Leicester. I ain't doing that. I'm going to do Tottenham v Liverpool, Lawrence, on Sunday.
Well, I'll be watching you, mate. Don't you worry. I'll be watching that. I'm going to have a weekend off. I've got to catch up on some bits at home. So
So that's 4:30 on Sunday, Lawrence, UK time. It's probably about 11:30 or 12:30 for 10:30 for Lawrence, maybe.
Good morning, Darren.
Kieran will be back at work, isn't it?
I'll be asleep, mate. Don't worry about that. I'll be asleep. I'm 10 hours now. I'm 10 hours in front of you now, boys. So there you go.
Agree, Titch, with Rice and Piquet, Rice, Piquet, and Fornells with all three swapping roles. And going forward, we would be deadly.
We would. We would be
Good evening, Darren. It was Grimville, up the Yammers.
How you doing, David? We would be so much better, so much of a threat. Fornells has proven that he can work hard for the team. Paqueta is known to be, he can play as a deep line mid. So none of them would be out of position. They'd be comfortable in that free. You understand? Yeah, we would look so much better.
No one would be out of position. They could all do that job and better for it. But there you go.
I don't want to put a cat amongst the pigeons, as they say, but I want to ask you two something, and I want to ask about Leeds, because Leeds and West Ham are in the same situation, right? Comes to Moyes, there are still people who are saying Moyes out. Is that? Can you understand them, or do you think it's that Moyes has never changed in his last 2 years of being at West Ham? So why is he going to start now, sort of thing? Do you see where I'm coming from? You're asking him to do something what he hasn't done in the past.
Yeah. Like I said last time, Stuart, Moyes is always one of them managers that half the fan base are going to be happy with him and half are not, and I don't think that'll ever change because, like I said, when we were doing well, it was all good, but he has this trait, and we know it about defense first and then attack second. He's too cautious, and to me that doesn't suit me. Right, personally, because I just love attacking football, win or lose. I'll take it. If we're having a great game and we lose 3-2, but we've really gone at them at Man United or Liverpool, I'll take that. But a lot of fan base will just say they only care about the result and not the performance. If it's a horrible 1-0 win, they'll take it. And so you're not going to please everyone with Moyes. He'll never be loved to me by all the fan base. And to me, I want to see entertaining football. If he's doing that, I'm happy with him. And I can see why fans are not happy with him. He's done a great job at West Ham. When you think about how pissed off I was with Pellegrini, we weren't getting good attacking football. We weren't getting good defensive football. We were getting a bloody mess. And it was disastrous. So he did steady the ship. He's done a job. Now, is he the manager that can push on from there? I'm not so sure. And it depends how ambitious we think we're going to be. What do we really think West Ham going to be? Do we think we're going to be a top 6 club every year? That's a big ask. And you can see even now with Leicester achieved that for a little while, and now they're tailing off, down the league a bit. So it is all about the fan base with the manager. It's always going to be Marmite, I think. And that's how it's going to go.
There you go,
Frankie boy. Big up.
What about you? Can you understand the Moyes out campaign?
Yeah. So I'm not a Moyes out. I'm a Moyes is pissing me off, and he always does. But I'm not a Moyes out. I think, I do remember where we were. So I respect what he's done for West Ham, and I appreciate what he's done for West Ham. I also I'm conscious of the fixtures and all of that. I am. There is still things that I feel he could do better, which is obvious to everybody, and he just doesn't do it. But if we win that, and this, I'm not saying this being presumptuous or nothing. I'm saying if we won that Europa Conference and finished 14th, 15th, he would go down as a fucking legend. He would have won a European trophy with West Ham. The last major trophy was the FA Cup in 1980. So I'm sort of like, he frustrates me. We could still win that, and I would still be like, the football is just, I don't like watch. But ultimately, I think if he were to win a European trophy of West Ham, you can then think, you know what, well, he had a plan. His plan was, you know, I can't put all my eggs into the Premier League thing, and you know, I save player, whatever his philosophy is or his thought process. If he wins the Conference League and gets us into the Europa League next year, then you know he can be fully justified in anything he's done in any one single game. You know, you understand what I'm saying to you? It overrides everything. So I'm just going to wait and see what happens, really, because, you know, like you said, Stuart, he's basically doing what he's always done for us. And, you know, we was all happy with, you know, the growth and progression with West Ham. It's just now that we ain't 6th or 7th or 5th, and now people, maybe more people, is like they're more unhappy. But if we was playing the same way we're playing and he was playing the same squad and all of a sudden we're sitting in 5th at the minute, those cries for him to be gone would be lessened. So I think sometimes people react to, you know, where we are in the league and whatnot. And like I said to you yesterday, Stuart, yes, we've set a new record, and yes, it's a new competition. But at the end of the day, it's not easy to win all 6 games. And the fact that we was the only team that done it shows you that, you know, it's no. And the first 2, we played terrible. And if it wasn't for lack of VAR, certain calls would. So the fact that you understand, we've done that. So in the Premier League, it don't look good. In the Europa League, we have won every single game. So that's perfection. However you want to paint it. So if you balance the 2, the season it's been a decent season. It's been on the better end than the worst end because of Europe. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So yeah, I just don't like the style of play, and I don't like the way he sets up the team. That's it. Like, I'm not on Moyes out.
Fair enough. And Big Malice says, Amani Fairloves, Somerville, something's gone on. On match at day, Somerville said that he was going home. Mass said he had to have words with him about his professionalism. Then when asked at the presser, it was an abrupt no. So Somerville come out and says, he was going home to celebrate his 21st, but Mass, So Mass said at his press conference, it was abrupt. Nope, he didn't go home. You know what I mean? So maybe this is what people mean with Somerville's attitude sometimes, and maybe it's why Marsh needs to keep his feet on ground, if that makes sense.
Of course,
Marsh did say in press conference as well that Somerville isn't the player where he's going to score your goals game after game after game.
Yeah,
you know, and he'll see him. I mean, he's got 2 in 2 now. You know, his previous 2, he scored 2 goals, but he doesn't see him as a regular goal scorer. So maybe he's trying to keep his feet on ground. He was 20 when he said come out and said that in that interview. Because he was still 20. But yeah, keep his feet on ground and make him learn that, you know, who's the boss, who's the manager. You do what your manager tells you, not what you can do yourself. Frankie Boy, solid field in the Premier League and good in European football. Some people are greedy and want to run before they can walk. Need to accept that it takes time to evolve. Charlie Boy, Charlie Boy less than 30.
Yeah, he's got 20. Should be 20 days
now, isn't it?
Oh, 11.
Oh,
11 more days. 11.
Yeah,
11
14.
days.
11 days.
Oh, Charlie boy, that'd be good.
Brother Lawrence, awesome. And guarantee you will get some Moyes dancing around at the end of the season with the conference trophy in his arms. Guarantee you will see Moyes dancing around at the end of the season with the conference trophy in his arms. If that happens, Hammerhead, he's succeeded, hasn't he? He's succeeded. If he wins you a trophy, bear in mind, right? Don't take this the wrong way, right? You're Spuds, none of us like, but Spuds are crying out to win any sort of silverware. They take the Carabao Cup trophy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they've look at the team they've got and the resources they've got behind them. If West Ham can do this with the resources what Moyes has had, I mean, it's only been this season you've really spent big money under Moyes.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget, Piquet has been out for, would you say, a quarter of your games, Titch?
And he was brought in after the first 2 games as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, and Aguerd were missing from day one.
He hasn't played in the Premier League yet, Aguerd.
Yeah. So, you know, I think he deserves a bit of credit, Moyes, personally. I don't, you know, I get it that, you know, people like, I mean, it's like Leeds fans with Marsh. You see, Marsh, to be fair, he hasn't been there as long as Leeds, and I can understand why people are a bit worried about Marsh, but I always said that he deserved that bit of time with keeping us up.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So Marsh needs that bit, you know, a bit of time because he kept us up. He got that result against Liverpool. First time Liverpool have been beaten at Anfield in 70 games. It was 70 games last time they lost a game at Anfield. So he deserves a bit of credit for that. But I do think it's too early to say on Marsh at the moment. You know, if he's going to carry us forward or not. I think he needs more time. Yeah.
The trophy, like you said, Stewie, with say Spurs. I mean, it's everything for the fans, isn't it? To put a trophy on the board, you know, regardless where you fit. Sometimes there's too much emphasis about where you are in the league, because you know, at the end of the day, you know, the likes of Leeds and West Ham, we're not winning the Premier League, right? Let's get that right. We're not winning it. You know, I can't see it ever happening in my lifetime now because of the structure and the money that's involved. So your league position, all that gets you is a qualification to Europe if you're lucky. So, but for the fans, a day out at that final at Wembley or wherever it is in Europa is the ultimate for them fans, you know, and everyone watching it at home. That's what you want, and sticking a trophy on the board and celebrating. That's the likes of Leeds and West Ham and a lot of other clubs. That's what it's all about. So when you think, I was lucky enough to be at, you know, the 1980 Cup final. Last time we won a trophy, that's over 40 years ago, you know.
Wow.
And if you think about, maybe there was 30,000 West Ham fans there that day. You know, probably half of them are dead now. So there's not many of us. There's not many of us left that actually seen West Ham win a trophy. So you'd like to rectify that, and you know, give the young fans of today, you know, something to celebrate and say, yeah, I was there. I remember winning that cup and that final, because the memories of that 80 final for me is just the most amazing day out of my life. It was fantastic, and weekend of my life, because it was that East Ham Town Hall to watch them come and parade the cup. It's just such a wonderful thing for the fans. And this is what we're getting away with this stupid Premier League, with the money and everything. Fans get lost. They seem to be secondary to what's going on, and they shouldn't be. It should be all about getting it for the fans, because these fans built all of these clubs up. It was them when they didn't have the money, when they needed gate receipts, when they needed money coming through the turnstiles. It was the fans that kept them there. And so this is what, if Moyes is focusing for us on that trophy, good on him. I don't give a shit where we finish in the league. It doesn't bother me. If we can stick a trophy on the board, it's been a great season, and one West Ham fans will remember for a long time. Like me remembering 1980. So there you go.
Mally, he has to learn each side before self. Yeah, that's one of our main sayings now at Ellen Road. Talking about Somerville. He is known to be quite hard work. Hopefully, he's going to get his head down, accept it, and he starts tomorrow. If he doesn't, we know why. Yeah, well, you can't come out and undermine your manager, can you? You won't do it. Because you get sacked if you did that. Right, I'm not Moyes out, but I don't like his style.
Same as me. That's exactly the same as me.
We're all in the same boat with that one, I think so.
Yeah.
The trophy is heading to Stockholm. Dig Gordon's.
Yeah, I mean, piss off, Armley. Will you? I mean, don't piss on our parade.
I'm about to say, piss on our parade, yeah.
Yeah, get out of it.
The only option is Allison and Monto. Good evening, Alison. Hope you're doing well, love.
Evening, Alison.
Good. Hey, don't.
Amani says, I would like to see Aronson, Somerville, Nonto and Rodrigo while Cine's injured Mali. Harrison been quite poor in the past 2 or 3 games. Yeah, Harrison's a weird player. He can be. Do you know when he scores goals and stuff? They all come in groups.
Matches.
Yeah, and then he does the vote for a. It's not consistent enough in Harrison. You know, I mean, he's got an hat-trick against West Ham last season, didn't he? But then he didn't go them.
All right.
Yeah,
No.
all these little jabs.
You know, that's what I'm just saying. He scores all his goals in one. And then
Look, he got 3 lucky goals, Stu, for Christ's sake, and don't go on about it, mate.
Yeah.
Why bring up old news?
Wait, did Bamford do a job against Liverpool, Stu?
No, he's honestly.
He's touched. Oh, God.
He got the assist, and I'll tell you how bad the assist was. He was taking a shot, and he just don't know what happened, but it ended up at Somerville's feet. It was that poor. It ended up at Somerville's feet, so he got the assist. Yeah,
I did see that one when he got played through and he made that horrendous touch.
Bad.
He'd come off his foot. You know what I mean? Bad. Yeah,
it's terrible. That. Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that on the highlights.
Yeah, no, Bamford's lacking match fitness. He's lacking confidence, and I hate to say this, I don't know if he's ever going to get it back.
Well, we'll wait and see.
You know, and this is right. Rodrigo, yes, he makes mistakes, and he cost against Arsenal. With that dreadful diagonal ball he plays, and then he almost cost us one against who did we play? And he come on and Fulham. He almost cost us another one, but he's his top goal scorer, Cieran. So you've got to start him. You've got to start your top goal scorer. You have to.
Yeah. Whatever you think of them, they're scoring goals. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, keep him. I mean, if we're not winning, just tell him to stay up top. Don't come anywhere near. Don't come anywhere near his. Anywhere near midfield and defence. And that Cieran, our entire squad cost less than Scamacca and Antonio. I can only dream. Oh, that's
Antonio was only like 7 mil, I think.
Yeah, he's worth 100 now, but he's only 7 mil. But sometimes it isn't always about big signings, is it? And like I say, this has been a very unusual sort of transfer window for us to spend the money we did, and we don't normally have that. But sometimes you can have hidden gems, can't you even find? And Souček and Soufal, for a time, were them hidden gems, for a time. Yeah. And now, as time's gone on, they're more looking like what we paid for them. But they did have a great season or so.
Dawson was your best signing. Your bargain signing with Dawson. It's been
it was. That's probably the best signing we made. For his effectiveness at the moment. Because to me, Scamacca and Paqueta look really great players, but to me, they're not proved it yet. Now, whether that's down to Moyes or them, that's up for debate. But they're not there yet. They're nowhere near the money we paid for them at this moment. But we'll see.
So isn't it amazing, though? How much you just paid for Paqueta? Were your dearest player, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, apparently it was 50, but then the guy that sorted out the deal, he was on I watched him on, having it out with Simon Jordan. He said, don't believe everything you read. So, yeah, I'm not sure whether that is the actual price or not. Yeah, I don't know whether it was 50. Yeah, because even he was like, he actually brokered the deal, this guy. So he sat down with Simon Jordan, who had come at him before about something else. So he kind of stepped into that ready for battle with him. So, yeah, I'm not sure whether it was all the add-ons and all that, how realistic they are to get it to 50.
Whatever it was still a lot of money. You know what I mean? Could have been 40. It was still a lot of money.
This is I guess this is your backing for saying that are we going to? Are Leeds and West Ham ever going to break into, win league or break into top six? Because we're saying that 40 million is a lot of money. To the top six sides, it's a drop in ocean for a minute.
Yeah.
Well, that's the difference, isn't it, between us and them? There it is. And that's why that top six, whatever whoever calls it, the Sky top six, whatever. At the end of the day, they're not just hoping to win a trophy; they're hoping to qualify for Champions League and win a trophy because they've got the funds, they got the squads and the funds to try that, to do that. And the likes of us mid of the table teams, we haven't really. So sometimes we've just got to concentrate on one thing. Until that we've all got multi-billionaire owners, it's never going to be a fair league. It's always going to be run by the top six or at least the top four anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with
that. Apart from maybe Newcastle being part of that, in a few years' time, they could be.
But they've got, like you said, they've got that rich
exactly the billionaire owners.
Yeah,
Yeah, with money to throw away, mate. They've got money that doesn't mean anything to them. They can spend whatever they want if they're allowed.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we can all live in jealousy, can't we? We can all, us small clubs can all say, "Oh, it's oil money, it's over." But I bet you a pound or a penny, if we had one of them owners, we won't be complaining. If we had rich owners, we won't be complaining.
To be honest, Stuart, I wouldn't want to be what Man City are now.
No,
I really wouldn't. No. That doesn't suit me. Even though I enjoy watching Man City play, but that expected to win the league every year, expected to try and win the Champions League. I don't want that. I want the chaos that we've got sometimes. I want to be that club that overachieves, and not all just down to money.
You want a competitive league then, where everybody's got a fair crack at it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said this in when the Premier League started, when was that 91 or whatever. I said there should be a wage cap. There should be a wage cap for every player, right? And that would make it fairer. If you had a wage cap, so no one can earn more than £100,000 or whatever number you want to come up with. That's it. There's the difference. And the only trouble that it won't happen is because it have to be done worldwide. Because if Europe don't do it, then all them players that you've got in the Premier League now just stay in Europe and get £200,000 a week. It has to be global. For all the major leagues have to be in tune with it. And if that had happened, all them leagues would be fairer. The German league would be fairer. The French league would be fairer. The Italian league would be fairer. The Premier League would be fairer. But that wage cap should have happened early. But now the horse is bolted, mate. And, all you can see in 5 years' time is players on £1 million a fucking week play football. That's what you can see happening. And it's crazy. Some of them are already up to nearly £500,000 a week, aren't they?
Gone over that, yeah.
It's madness, absolute madness. If you'd had that wage cap in, I think it could have made it a lot fairer league for everyone in that Premier League then. But that's just my thoughts.
What's that famous club in Brazil beginning with F?
Flamengo?
It might have been, Flamengo.
Or Corinthians.
They were Flamengo because they were talking about, their president and about Cristiano Ronaldo. And apparently he's come out and says, we are going to spend close to £1 million a month for a player to be a substitute. So I think Ronaldo got his heart set on going to Flamengo, and their president said we are willing to pay £1 million a month for a substitute.
Wow!
So that angle's been shut down. That avenue's been shut down. So Man United are going to have that problem now. We're paying him extortionate wages. They're going to have to die by that sword and wait till his contract ends.
But that's at the end of the season, isn't it?
Is it end of the season? I thought he had another year left.
No, because I read something today saying that they're apparently interested in promoting at PSG as a replacement because he's a free agent in the summer. He's doing well this season, but they're saying they would look to bring him in as a replacement for Ronaldo on a free, basically.
All right, so he's going to be going to end the season anyway. Because I think Ronaldo wants out in January, but no club can afford to get him out.
And that's the thing is, why would you buy someone like him in January, considering his wages as well? So yeah, he might have to stay at Man United until he's a free agent.
Yeah, you see, and you know, and an unhappy Ronaldo at a club sometimes ain't brilliant, is it?
But it just goes back to what Cieran said. You get all this money and all of that, but at some point that money becomes a hindrance because now you are stuck at a club that don't want you, but your wages is preventing anybody from being able to afford you. So now is the money such a good thing? All of that money.
You've overpriced yourself, you know.
Yeah,
you've overpriced yourself, you know. And that, I don't think there's any club in the world that wouldn't take Ronaldo tomorrow, right? But but you've got to pay this a week. Well, that's most gone, you know. It's crazy. It hamstrings Ronaldo to a point, you know.
Yeah.
Now,
couldn't they come up with an agreement where they mutual contract to separate in January?
They could do that, but this is the thing. This is my issue with somebody like Ronaldo, right? Who apparently gets £1 million every Instagram post. Just one picture of a brand, you get £1 million. You've got all the money in the world. So if it's for the love of football, why you want to leave Man United and all of that, why not say to a club, I will play for 100 grand a week? What's the problem? You still want that 500 grand a week. That you understand? People can't afford. So it's either you stay at Man United unhappy, or you say forget the money. Like 100 grand a week is ridiculous money. You understand what I'm saying to you? But yet the money overrules everything. Still, they won't take less because they're so used to that crazy money.
They don't even need it, Lord Titch. That's the worst thing.
Exactly.
You don't even need that money. What he's getting at Man United.
I think
eligible for nothing.
I remember a thing about the wages back in the 1970s and about the 60s and the 70s. Where the average footballer's wage then was, I think, 4 times the amount of the guy in the terraces. You know? So if they were on, say pick a number. If they're in the terraces, if you were on £100 a week, you know, that footballer was only getting £400 a week.
Yeah.
Good money. Really good money. But it was in QE of them. They were more relative to the people in the stands.
Yeah.
You know, they were just working class people who had done a bit better on a good wage. Yeah. You know, they had sponsored cars by the local, car place. You know, I remember West Ham players going on. Had their name on the side. They were sponsoring, but they were getting a free car. Things like that. It was more in tune with the fan base. Now, what is it now? 1,000 times what your average fan is getting paid.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And even the average player is still getting ridiculous wages.
Ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Who was he the left back for us that we brought from Leeds? Who's a young lad that started off all right and then didn't quite make it?
Oh, McCarthy. Was it McCarthy?
No,
not McCarthy.
Stuart, the Leeds boy, and then I think he went off to. Did he go to Norwich or somewhere like that?
Oh, Byram.
Byram. Right. Now, I worked out the couple of years he had West Ham, he was injured a lot. But apparently he was on 30 grand a week. Now this is a player that's never going to make it big time. Ever. But yeah, if you'd added his wages at the time he was at West Ham, he'd already made £1 million. You know? And a boy that's, he's £1 million. He's worth £1 million, probably more now. And you think, wow. And he's not making it. He might make it in the lower league and whatever and have a good career. But it's crazy.
30 grand a week, Yeah.
Yeah, you say that, that pittance. Is it?
No.
Is it?
That's
to
crazy.
your average person, that's a lot of money. Every week. There you
go. Frankie says, even if we get a new gaffer, It would take a while for the new system to gel. Next year, a fresh start with a new gaffer, I could go for.
Yeah. Like I said, Frankie, it might depend. If we win that European trophy, mate, you ain't going nowhere for quite a while, is he? So, yeah.
Look at our team, all 1 or 2 million. All right, she's on about Digo Jones, isn't she? All £1 or £2 million players.
Our team. No, she's talking about Leeds. Our team.
All 1 or 2 million. No, because we spent 30 million on Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Leeds could sell out a 70,000 seat stadium a week in, week out. Bournemouth struggle to fill their ground out of about 12,000. But Bournemouth's a smaller town, isn't it? Well, a smaller city. It's Bournemouth a city, isn't it?
Nah, it's a town, I think. Bournemouth, it's not a city.
It's a port, isn't it? It's a port town, it's Bournemouth.
I don't think they got a port there. It's a seaside town, I think.
Right. It's just up from Brighton, isn't it?
You've
got Brighton, Bournemouth, and then towards London, that side, that bottom corner.
I don't think it's that. Yeah, I don't think it's that close to Brighton though, like that.
Apparently, Bournemouth is in town.
It's a town, it's Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So it's a small town. That's why they've only got so many thousand. Whereas Leeds is a one city club. That's number one, and number two, it's the history of Leeds. What's big about Leeds United? It's the history. It's not the present. It's the history. What's making Leeds a big club?
It's near Southampton.
It's Southampton.
Yeah, Southampton.
Amani, did you see Paxton is leaving for the Union? In a few years' time, these sides won't be coming up. It will be Sheffield United, Sunderland, etc., replacing the likes of Bournemouth, Burnley, and Reading, etc. So bigger cities and stuff will be coming up.
Bigger stadiums.
Why would you say that, Harmony? Why would they? What? But more influx of money there, or?
I think, yeah, she must be talking about the stadium capacity and stuff, surely, because Burnley's is quite small. Burnley is top of the championship as it stands, with Vincent Kompany in charge as well. So they may well come straight back up.
Good morning, Nick. Paul. I hope you're doing well, mate.
How you doing, Paul?
Doing well. Alison, where is he going? Good evening to you, Charlie. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Charlie boy.
So Paxton, that's Aronson's brother. He's going to Frankfurt.
That's his brother, yeah.
That's there's Paxton and there's Brendan.
So he's Paxton Arison. That's his name, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I
and apparently he's the better player out of the two Aronson brothers.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's going to Frankfurt. Thanks for information, Alison. Stepping stone to Leeds, Alison, according to Big Mally. Be nice if he does. Alison, he will fly. Big money move in a year or two. Incredible talent. Big Mally, I hope so. Harmony, hopefully we can get in. It's a town in Dorset, miles from Southampton. Charlie, yeah, I'm up to date with chat as well, everybody. I'm up to date with chat.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing well. I'm you know what I mean? I'm proud of myself. Yeah, we're doing a lot with each other, which is good to see. Yeah, Charlie, if you get a chance to, Cieran, watch Charlie's watch along. I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'm not going to tell you what about him. But just watch it. I'm not going to tell you all about him, but you've got to watch
Which
it.
one? Which watch along was it?
His latest one. His last one he did against
Stour.
Europe.
Yeah,
Europe.
Right. When does it happen? At the beginning or the end?
Beginning. Trust me, you can't miss it.
I'll get onto it then.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what happened, but you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Honestly, I was shocked. I won't spoil the surprise for
The
you.
only thing that would shock me if old CW shaved off that beard.
Here we go. That's got to be what you're talking.
That's the only thing that will shock me. I haven't got it right, have I?
Yeah.
I haven't got it right, have I?
Yeah.
Wow, then fucking, what a guess. What a
He's
guess. CW, I bet he
gone
looks
from-
about 10 years old, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I bet he looks
He
about 10.
He was looking like a hobo, and now he's looking decent. Yeah, like it's funny, yeah. Because the last video I watched, I thought that hair he's got it was very overgrown, and then
Oh, yeah, mate.
the next video it was
you.
gone.
Then I
He's
say
got a
it,
phobia. No, he's got a phobia about going to barbers. Oh,
Yeah.
CW.
Oh, he's got a phobia of the.
But
He's like, get it
he
away
does
from
have-
me.
He has a cracking beard, though. He had a cracking beard. Give him credit for that. But you've got rid of it, Charlie. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be looking at that straight out of this, mate. See this young lad behind the beard.
I said he looked hot. I says, you look hot, Charlie. You look hot, mate. You look hot, brother. You know what I mean?
It's gone.
Well, he like a new presenter on Hammer's Chat, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's this guy?
Bet he got some comments over that.
I was shocked. What's he talking about?
Yeah, I mean, Charlie was shocked when he looked at himself in the mirror after he took it off.
Check your WhatsApp, Charlie. Check your WhatsApp. It was also significantly colder.
I bet it was. Yeah, you done it at the wrong time of year, Charlie boy. Hey, you should have done that in the summer.
You know
All
the
right,
thing
this
is,
is the hobo Titch, allow me.
I can't grow like all that hair. Like this is the most I can get, but I can't get all that proper beard yet. I'm still trying. Less of the hobo.
He now rocks a baby grow. He looks that young.
Yeah, it's a big difference, boy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I mean, if I want that, if I want that, if I want that way, I fancy myself. You know what I mean, Brother Cieran? You know what I mean? But you still got the long hair, though.
He hadn't trimmed the hair up. No, mate. He tell you what, he must have took him a week to fucking get it off.
That was
or did he have it professionally done? Did he go in there and go get it off?
Nah, he done it. Oh, let's see this. Oh, Lord.
Hey, there he is. Look at the young lad. Look at that young
hair.
lad.
So he's half a hobo. Half a hobo with the hair.
Less of the hobo. Okay, all right. Listen.
I thought I'd let you want to defend yourself, Charlie.
I'm just cold, Stuart. I'm just cold. I don't like it, Went out and you forget, right? You're walking about the street and you forget that it's like you have protection, and then you go out into the street and then all of a sudden the wind hits you and it's just the worst feeling in the world. I don't like it.
You should have done it in August, Charlie.
Yeah, yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, Cieran. Like, we all would have thought these things through. You think after this many years I'd think it through, but no, listen, I've kept the hair at least because that can protect me slightly. Although
When's the last time you saw your ears?
I wear headphones non-stop.
Exactly.
I mean, I'll say this, the last time I cut my hair was October 2020, so...
Fucking hell.
Straight.
Yeah.
2 years.
I think I remember that, Charlie. I remember when your hair was a bit shorter. Even that made a difference.
Yeah.
Beard.
No, when my hair goes short, it's actually insane. When my hair goes short, it's actually crazy. The beard is one thing, but when the hair goes short, it's a whole different ball game.
Is it coming straight back, Charlie? Is that it? It's coming straight back.
What, the beard?
Yeah.
Bro, I hope so. I'm cold, Cieran. I flipping hope so.
Yeah, by the time winter's finished, you'll have it back.
It grows pretty quickly. I mean, even then, you can see it's starting to come back again.
How bald was it? Did you shave it all off?
Nah, shorter than this, but not completely.
Not completely, yeah.
Not completely. The lowest the lowest setting the razor has, like the little thing you put it on, and so it's basically just because if I would do it straight. I used to do it straight. The razor I used to have back at my old place, I would do it just straight on the thing because it was dull enough to where it wouldn't happen. Now it just like straight cuts my skin, so I can't do that. So it's with the little cover on it, so it's as low as it would go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting there already.
So, how many comments did you get on the old watch-along, Charlie, when you turned up looking like that? I bet they went bonkers with it.
It's not just that; it's carried on. I'm getting messages. I'm getting other YouTube channels now are talking about it, flipping it. I've got Ray Borum, who's obviously my co-host on Two Spanners, One Hammer, among other things. He's now just not even calling me Charlie. He's acting as if I'm someone. He's calling me Harry. He's acting like I'm someone completely different.
Harry
he's
the
like,
hobo.
He's like, listen here. Listen,
Harry Geese and Harry the hobo.
Look. Do I get followed around in shops? Yes, I do. Okay, all right, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. But
I don't think I'll get the same reaction if I save mine up, Charlie. I don't think no one will give a toss.
I reckon you would. You know, you're like I can't. Have you ever not had a beard on shows? I'm trying to remember. Once
I took it right down to the bone. Once, yeah. But summer is coming. We're just about to hit, serious temperatures here, so I might get fed up with it and go, right, I'll take it off. So it could happen in the next few weeks. I might do it.
I'm intrigued because I genuinely can't envisage it at all.
No, it's quite a frightening sight, Charlie. That's probably why I don't do it.
I mean,
Stuart was meant to grow his beard when he got to 400 subscribers, and it.
No, but do you know what happened to my beard? You see, it's there and there. It's only bit what grows, so it's like two little things what come out. You know what I mean?
Whiskers.
It looks like I can't grow a beard, mate. Honest, I can't. I've tried. I'm a slow developer. I can't. You know what I mean? I've been slow all my life. Growing stuff like that.
Charlie, give him some of your hair, Charlie. You got enough.
Oh, brother, I've got enough. I'm a astute guy. I have this one patch here. I don't know if you can see it. There's this one patch underneath my chin that never ever grows anything. But apart from that, I can't bloody stop the stuff. It's just everywhere all of the time. But that's the one patch. And now, when it's this low, that's the one time you can see it.
Cieran, have you got a patch?
Mine
is there. What Charlie's saying, that even though I haven't that. Well, see in the middle that.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't grow either. Which is not as
grows everywhere.
Yeah. Crazy.
Frankie can't grow up a beard. It comes out all patchy,
Yeah, I can't grow anything higher than where it is now. Like where it should be, like up there.
That's because you're not real men. Real men can grow a beard.
I don't endorse that. That's Kieran's opinion. Charlie would not start involving people like that.
Charlie, back on that fence. Jump on that fence, Charlie. Give it to him, mate. Give it to him, mate. You do have a cracking beard when you grow it full on, mate. It's a good beard. Be proud of it. This lot, they just don't know how to do it properly.
Well, I always say the beard that I usually have it's a mixture of manliness and laziness. Because it's just, let's be real, it's just because I can't be asked to cut it. That's the truth about the matter. What happens, Titch, this is what happens, right? Is I wake up one morning and then I just go, right, now's the day. And it just happens then and there. I just get up and I do it. But until that point, zero chance of it happening most of the time. Zero chance of it happening most of the time.
I've only had the beard since, the COVID bollocks hit here. And, everything you couldn't go anywhere. So I just grew it and didn't bother. Grew the hair, grew the thing and didn't bother taking it off again.
But it suits you though. Without it, you look not like Cieran.
I reckon the beard really suits you. I reckon the beard really. Like I said, I can't. I'm excited to see what Cieran looks like without the beard because I can't. I must have seen it because I've seen so many shows with you on. I must have seen it.
There's one
we've
time
been doing shows together for years,
it.
but I can't remember at all.
I remember.
I was thinking about maybe shave the sides down to a goatee, put a goatee there for a while, and see what that looks like.
Junior shaved it, didn't he? When you done it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, he did. I remember you saying he was the one that shaved it off.
Yeah, I usually get him to shave my head and shave the beard off when I do it. So
I've
yeah.
got a theory. I think somebody held Charlie down, shaved his beard, and that's why he's got that patch, because they was like, and he was moving around, and yeah, he was forced.
Just
See, I mean, I get a shave a lot, but I don't like you. I've got a phobia of razor blades. I don't know
Have
what
you?
it is. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I just don't like it. I don't like the thing. I hate.
I never go like full razor blade. I'll only ever use like clippers or like beard trimmers or whatever. I'll never go like. I just because I know I'm just too clumsy. I just cut myself too much on it. I wouldn't do it. But trimmers and everything's fine.
The honest, I think where I was in Cyprus and that. I went out to Cyprus and that, and I got one of them crazy men with the cutthroats, and he took the lot off right down to the bone, and then he slapped that bloody lemon stuff on your face, and then he jumped out the chair, right, and then he hit the roof, and he was laughing at me because it was stinging so much. But it is quite nice when someone you like sit back, and I thought that was nice and relaxing. He had cutthroat on you and taking it all off. It was lovely. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
You say a Turkish shave's nice. You know where they use all white.
Yeah, basically that's what it was, Stu. Yeah.
Right.
Nice. Really nice.
Taking years off you, Charlie, it really suits you. That's what Amani's saying.
Appreciate it.
Getting a lot of love in here, Charlie.
Very kind of you.
Charlie wears headphones so much he's got a dent in his skull.
It's ridiculous. Genuinely, this is how bad it is. My girlfriend said to me the other day, we were going down the street, and I can't remember where we were going shops, Tesco or something. And obviously I wasn't wearing headphones because me and her were just walking down the street, and she looked at me. She went, "You do just look a bit weird without headphones on." Because when I'm sitting here, I'll just have them on because I'll be sitting here working, editing, doing whatever. If I'm playing games, I'll have headphones on. If I'm going out by myself, I'll have headphones on. And so she went, "You do look just a little bit like it's just a bit weird." I was like, "Yeah, probably."
So,
I'll be back in a
so
second.
we're not going for the top knot now, Charlie. You're not doing a top knot.
I tell you what, I've got hairbands here. I could do it. I could go full insane. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, look at.
Yeah. Never mind. This is a real makeover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that a new chair? He's got a new West Ham chair.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
Cieran is all chin. They call him Crimson.
Good on my head. Beards are very overrated, like my. She's at it again.
Stop it, Harmony.
Stop it.
Stick it into it, Bill. So where are we?
I still think I got my hairline though.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think mine's getting a bit higher now, I must admit. You know, with age and stuff, it's starting to get a bit higher.
Mine, I never had a great, but mine is, once my hair grows, then I can have the illusion of, like a really good hairline, but yeah, mine is
do you
not.
Want the Afro-Caribbean hair then, Titch?
Say that again, do I? Nah, my hair's not. My hair is more, it's weird. It's more, as a kid, it was young, like ringlets. So mine is more, it's not Afro hair. Yeah, it's not. It's I don't know what you would call mine. Mine is different. Mine is like curly, wavy, straight, sort of. Yeah, it's not Afro hair.
Right.
But it's thick. Even I remember when I went to because the barber I go to, he's Albanian, and that's when I do like my sons go to some of them anyway. So he cut my hair a few times, and then there was one time he's cutting it, and it was when I went, it was quite long, and I knew he was gonna say it. He was like, because he used scissors. Like if you go to a black barber, it's all just shears. They just use the razors. He would use scissors and a comb as well as the shears, and he was doing that. He was combing, he was cutting, and his face. He was like, your hair, it's not. I knew he just couldn't figure out what type of hair.
One or the other.
Yeah, I just knew I knew he was gonna say it because he was like combing, cutting. His face was changing. Like what? Yeah, he couldn't get like what type of hair is this? So yeah.
Wow. I'll tell you who has got a good set of hair on him. Abel. I love that hair. I think
yeah.
Yeah, that
he
is
broke
an
the head bang.
Yeah, Abel's got good
He
hair.
broke the head bang. What happened?
Yeah, what happened, Charlie?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Domino's just came, so I was just.
I think that's why he cut his beard. I think the beard was getting in the way of his food. It was slowing down his eating time.
He was getting a little bit. I did notice. Right, I didn't notice how much it was getting in the way and annoying me until the first meal I had without it.
Yeah.
And I was doing like stuff like this to try and move stuff out, just to get it out, just to like shove it out of the way. And then I realized, oh, I don't need to do that anymore.
It's not even there, exactly.
But there was a moment where I did think about it. I'll do a top knot for you. Hang on, I'll take my headphones off and do it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, look, I'm glad he said that. I'm gonna. I don't know if I've shown Charlie the comparison. 1 sec. 1 minute. Cieran, this is you to a T. Let me get him. Bring him in.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of hair to hold up. Got a fucking toilet brush.
Yeah,
Okay, now look at that, mate. Samurai.
How's
Samurai Charlie.
hang on? Okay,
Charlie, is that not Kieran's twin next to me?
it's pretty damn accurate. Again,
That
if
is
Kieran shaved
very-
though, you'd have to find a clean-shaven gnome, and good luck with that. But
The eyes are the same as well. That's Cieran.
tomorrow. I'm meeting up with my best friend from secondary school who I haven't seen in a decade. Should I rock this hair? I think this is the look.
Definitely
This is
not.
the one. I think
Otherwise,
he'll be like, "Oh my god, Charlie, you haven't changed a bit."
Charlie looks like a. He looks like a chavvy
What
chick.
is it?
Chavvy chick who's gone to the. You know when they go to the shop in their pajamas, like that's what he looks.
Mate, no.
Going to shops in pajamas. Don't know what you're talking about, Titch.
Oh no. Yeah.
Charlie's had a weekend out of the Hanover World Cup shaving, but it wasn't his head.
Look at that bloody hell.
So, are both you boys, Stewie and Charlie, and all three, are you all active during this World Cup? Are you doing the watch-alongs, Charlie, or
I am.
what you do, or having a break?
I'm doing.
I don't. Well, Kieran, I would recommend everyone watch Titch's. I mean, I recommend everyone watches Titch's anyway because that's just better than mine, to be fair. So
No.
if you haven't already watched Titch's watch along, you should be doing that regardless. But I don't know what's happening during the World Cup. We're going to be doing videos. I don't know how much we're going to be doing about the World Cup, but we are going to be doing videos. I don't think I'll be doing watch-alongs. That's not the plan currently.
I will be, and I know Stuart will be. Plus, Stuart's got his sweepstake
Yeah,
as well, which makes
that went well. That did
which
go
makes
well.
it even more interesting. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing watch-alongs, Cieran.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. I'll tell you what,
Oh,
it's going to be a weird time of year, isn't it?
yeah.
It's going to be weird for all of us not knowing football over the Christmas period, apart
Yeah.
from this ridiculous World Cup.
Didn't we get announced as having a friendly today?
Yeah?
I think so. I don't know. I saw something in passing that we're going to have a friendly against someone.
God.
Really?
There you go. That's all the information I've got. I'm sorry, everyone. That's the sort of professionalism you get.
And what's he
going
gonna
to
do? Is he gonna play
I don't
Ivan
have any
Toney?
information, but
Is he going to play Ivan Toney in that friendly?
Yeah,
No,
no,
West
he's
Ham.
picking. They're not playing. Oh, West Ham. When you got-
yeah, West Ham.
Oh, West Ham. Sorry. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
England before. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No, West Ham.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Cambridge. We're facing Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Who said that? Hammerhead.
No, I just googled.
Oh, you just seen it. Sorry, I thought you looked.
Yeah.
So West Ham have got a friendly against. I think a lot of clubs will be Premier League clubs will be doing that well because
imagine so, yeah.
you know not all players are going to be going. I mean, I think this World Cup because slap bang in the middle of pre-season. There's a lot of teams what are going to be missing. World Cup squad's going to be missing their key players as well through injury. Bill Chilwell went off again, didn't he? He's
missing. But look at
Colombia
Colombia
is going to be missing from World Cup.
and Diaz from Colombia. So two of their starting wingers are out for Colombia.
So it's mad. It's absolutely mad. You know, Jota, does he play World Cup? I'm sure he does. He's going to be missing
Portugal.
World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only Alan who's fit, but he didn't nowhere didn't qualify, did they?
But he's injured at the moment, isn't he? Or is he back now?
I think he's back now. I think he's 75% chance of playing. Charlie, that hair makes you look like Charlie.
Bit of Tinky Winky. Let's go.
Nice man, mate. Brother Lawrence. Team Poland.
You didn't find an old, Charlie. You didn't find an old baby bell in there when you cut it out. Cut it all.
No, that doesn't last, Cieran. You know that. It goes straight in the gullet. No messing. All
whole orange.
All orange.
Yeah.
Fitness test.
Versus the late fitness test, Alan.
75%.
What's Lee's thoughts on Charlie's new look? What do you like Charlie's new look, Lee? Do you like the beard? Because you've got yours. See, Lee can grow a beard.
Well, you can't even grow that, Stuart.
Huh?
You can't even grow what Lee's got.
Nope.
Damn. Charlie. Not even that.
The delivery.
I mean, it grows, but it looks like scrubby and scruffy.
Whiskers. It's called bum fluff.
Well, I go one step up from bum fluff, but you're close. You're close. Very close, mate.
What about Charlie?
Yeah, what do you think about his beard? Does it look different?
Yeah.
Do you like him with it or without it? Be honest, both. Fair enough.
I'll take that.
You know what? I think Charlie would look really good, and I'm being serious, with the beard at about a level 3 or 4. So it's full, but it's real low. And so like a full beard, but as low as a full beard can be.
But let's be
But
fair.
do you know that some of these beards they take a lot of looking after with all oils and stuff to use in them?
Charlie's like, what?
Oils?
Oils, you say?
No,
Only if you're a yuppie beardy man. If you're one of them, it does. If you just don't care.
I live sort of relatively close to posh parts of northeast London. Do you know what I mean? I see beard oils and all that sort of stuff. Go buy any of it? No, but
Nope.
I clearly will. I know people who do. Do I? Nope. No. See, the thing is, Titch, my girlfriend says the same thing. She's like, she says there's a point where she's like, oh, that looks good. But then the problem is between where she says it looks good and when I actually shave it, we're talking months. We're talking months, and I ain't bothered by it. So I don't keep it at length. But I've been told a couple of times to try and
like
I should just like.
I think this
length
of mine on your, because yours is a full, but yours goes like where it should do. So I think that would look good. This, but all of yours is your face. Mine can't go higher than here.
Because when you had that beard, you reminded me of that program, Duck Dynasty. You know, where they've all got right big beards. You know what I mean? Don't you, Charlie?
His food nearly shot against the screen. Like,
reminds me of one of them guys.
The other one I get is the hairy bikers. I get that one quite a lot as well. The hairy
bikers. Are they ones that do food?
Yeah, and they ride about motorbikes.
That guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I'm more polite, right? You know what I mean, Charlie? I think you look hot without it.
I appreciate that. I'll take that.
It suits you with it because I'm used to seeing you with it. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen you without it before, so it looks, you know.
That's one of the benefits to only shaving it like, Jesus Christ, every like 6 months or whatever it is. Is like there's just a whole new group of people who haven't seen it, and then they'll go, "What?" Yeah. Especially like the watch-alongs, for example. Yeah. Like the watch-alongs, I don't know how many new people there are. There's a lot of new people in there for this season, or like who came in the last season. They're just all like, "What?" Yeah. It's mind-blowing. So you know, it's quite fun.
Leeds are going to stay during the World Cup, I believe. Charlie's is to his credit, is it? I don't know.
Nah, I don't know what that is because we can't see.
I think he's talking about my behind, and do you know what, Lawrence? You're not entirely wrong. It's very, very long.
Oh, his hair's to his ass.
Yeah, it goes down way too far. Way too far. Like I can quite easily if I just put my hand behind my head, I can quite easily just touch it. It goes like super flipping long down.
Wow.
That's with headphones on. If I take the headphones off, it's even longer.
Wow.
Is that a new chair, Charlie?
Relatively, a couple of like a month and a half ago, something like that.
Is it comfy?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, my old chair was broken as all hell, so everything is an upgrade on that. I can't lie to you. It got given to me by a sponsor, so I have to pay for it either. But like, my back was like done in before, and I was gone now. But I had a different chair that was broken, and I was sitting awkwardly on it, and I just completely threw my lower back.
Wow.
And then a sponsor who was watching the video was like, "I'm gonna send you a chair." I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but fair enough. But yeah, no, I no longer have lower back problems. That's fun. That was just the rest of me that hurts, but the back is fine.
It's a nice chair, man.
It's a nice chair. I like it. Charlie, just don't go full Hagrid. R.I.P. Hagrid.
Listen,
What's Hagrid?
Hagrid, Harry Potter.
Is that with the beard?
Robbie Coltrane's character.
Oh, him.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hagrid is a word I get. That's another one I get quite a lot. Hammerhead. I get Hagrid quite a lot.
Jesus' beard is like a hair's on.
His beard is like a hair's on. Why am I missing all of this?
And then it's smart. And hair's on. Must be a swear word.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
What's he saying?
I know what he's saying. Yeah, that was a bit slow for me.
Jesus' beard is like a hair's on.
On a female's.
Oh, here we are.
A female's. Yeah. Look at
Oh.
It's not my beard I worry about, it's my ear holes. They're fucking massive.
your ear hole.
See, if I shave my head, right, and my beard, my ears just go out like, 2-car doors. Fucking crackers now.
So they're disguising.
So, I disguise it with a beard and a hat. So, obviously, my sticky out orange ears.
Yeah, that's what Lawrence is talking about.
So your beard is like hair's on.
Oh, my, I can't see it.
P-U-B-E-S.
Fair enough. Thanks for that compliment. Lovely.
Just when Kieran, you need headphones. Blocks your ears, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
See
what
it?
I mean, right.
Get some
Yeah,
big
I know.
OTT headphones like me, and then no one will be able to see your ears. It'd be great.
Trophy head.
Trophy head.
Yeah, sure.
Charlie, what are you saying for West Ham? What are you expecting on Sunday? Yeah, it must be Sunday. I think that's a 2-0 West Ham. I don't know if I'm being a bit optimistic.
I don't know. I like Crystal Palace. I don't.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit. I think they've taken a little bit of a step back from last season, but I think they've also taken a step forward in certain ways. They're really good on counter. I like a lot of their players, man. I would be super happy with a lot of. If you told me we signed back in the day, we signed Eze or Elisa, I would have been hyped as all hell. I don't know. I think it is. Injury news sounds positive. That's a good sign. Paqueta seems like he's probably back, for example. Fabianski seems like he's fit, so David Moyes at least has the choice of goalkeeper, despite the fact I would start Areola anyway, but you know what I mean. I'm relatively confident. I don't know. Will they score? I feel like they... Depends. I mean, defensively, we're probably going to see Kera at right back. We're probably going to see... Well, who's going to be in the centre back? Probably
Zuma and Dawson.
Yeah. Cresswell left back. Yeah, I'll probably go... I'll go 1-0 West Ham. But I think it'll be more comfortable than that seems. Like, I'm not going to be too worried about it,
3-1. All right, I've got a question for you. Aguerd played left back yesterday, yeah? I know it was in the Europa Conference. If fully fit, would you play Aguerd over Emerson or Cresswell as a left back in the Premier League?
No. Aguerd's a centre back for me. He's a centre back for me. I think he loses something at left back. Kera, I think, is a sort of specific, unique case where he sort of has a lot of tools to do it. And even then, I've sort of got problems with it, but I think it's working at the moment, and we also have no better options, so that's fine. I think Cresswell's been one of our best players this season. I like overall. There's been some games where he's been not nowhere close to that, but I think overall over the course of the season, I would put him up there as maybe top. I mean, it's difficult because we've been pretty crap for a lot of it, but probably top 4 players of the season so far, top 3, something like that. So, I think for me, I think I wouldn't. I also wouldn't rush him into too competitive of football right now. I'm quite happy with him just like playing backburn, for example, and then seeing where we're at after that. Because he's obviously long-term injury. I don't want to rush him back. I don't want it to be a situation where he comes and re-aggravates it or whatever. Because he looks incredible. He looks really, really good. And I think I love the look of our defence once he's back fully fit, especially at centre-back. I mean, either Zuma/Dawson, depending on if Zuma's properly fit or not, and Aguerd at centre-back, or alternatively a back 3 of Aguerd, Zuma, and Cieran is like, oof, that's really, really good. And so I sort of want to keep him tranquilo until he's sort of fully ready. And if that's after World Cup, so that's fine.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the latter stages of this Conference League, mate, that's what I want to see again. You know, we need him for that, I think. We're going to need him. And we don't want him. I'd handle him with kid gloves until then. I really would. I think that we're going to need bodies in, you know, the latter part of this season. And I'm just hoping we put them all fit and they're all firing. Because I think that's where our future lies this season. I'm not sure it's the league position. I think it's Conference League. And go all out to win it.
I think as well, when you look at Aguerd, if you put him anywhere other than centre back, you lose what you gain from his passing range and defence. If you see what I'm saying, like I think if you move him out of that position, like don't get me wrong, he might be able to play better balls here, there, and everywhere, which would be nice. But I think having that at defence allows us to play a completely different style of controlled football that we weren't able to play otherwise. Zuma, I think, is comfortable bringing the ball out of defence with the ball at his feet, but he's not. He hasn't got an incredible range of passing. He's fine, but he's not got an incredible range of passing. Dawson, he's not Perlo, bless him. Although give him a long ball and he's going to ping it 50 yards pretty flipping accurately, but he's not Perlo or whatever. I think having that ability to pass at the back is something we don't really have without him. Cieran is the other one. Who, again, I think we lose a little bit, but I think there's just no other options at right back right now that are super informed. So, but yeah,
and he's got a nice burst of speed on him too, which I like.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
I like that.
I really like him. I'm really excited about him. Both times we've seen him play now, I've just been like, this guy. You can see why we've spent the money on him. His passing range is great. He's got the pace. He looks good defensively. He just seems to have everything. You can see why we spent the money on him. I mean, an ideal in my head, him and a fit Zuma next to each other. Oof, that's a different ball game of centre backs, really, for us.
Yeah, it's quite exciting, isn't it? And I always notice that, you know, when we do that thing of passing it round the back, come from the left back to the centre half. There's so many times I see young Johnson, he passes it back, but it's behind the centre half. Yeah. You know, he has to check back to get it. When you see again, I was showing that to my boy, young Cieran. I said, watch him, watch his pass. It's in front, so he can walk onto it. You know, it's so much. It's only a little bit of accuracy, but you can just see it. He's better at it. And I like seeing that. I hate it when they pass back when the boy's got to check back. Get it in front of him, and even his balls are get out to the, to the right back, or it's straight in. It's up for them to run onto. And it makes such a difference to bringing the ball out. It really does, and I think he's got that ability. It's good. Yeah, it's exciting to watch.
Charlie, Cresswell has had a few good defensive plays, but him being one of our best, that is why we are in the bottom, according to Brother Lawrence.
I would respectfully disagree. I think I don't necessarily disagree defensively with you, Lawrence. I think he's done well for what he's doing, but I wouldn't necessarily disagree. But I think his passing range, is one of the. Cresswell's progressive passing is insanely good. Like, he has this ability to fizz these balls in. And I think he's better this season than he has been previously at passing along the floor. Crossing, I think there's a step, he's taken a step down. But along the floor, I think his passing's, if anything, got better somehow.
Yeah. And even that ball he put in for, was it Zuma? The head of that back, that De Gea saved. It was a cracking ball into him, mate. It was on a play. And it weren't for a great save by De Gea. It's a goal, wasn't it? You know,
I will say this, left back. The one person I would consider playing there, I think if we're playing 3 at the back, I really liked Ollie Scarles last night. I really liked Ollie Scarles last night. As a wing back, some of those crosses he was putting in were really good. And now, don't get me wrong, the step up to the Premier League at 16 is a huge jump. And I'm not necessarily saying just lob him in there, see what happens. But I really did like him. I thought I'm excited to see his progression because I think that's genuine future. When last season when we had Longello playing there, a lot of people brought up Longello. And I didn't necessarily see it, but I respect it because other people saw it and everyone was talking about me. This is the time I saw it. I saw it in Ollie Scarles. I saw some of those crosses and I was like, they're low-key better than a lot of the first-team players crossing in, and he's 16 years old.
Yeah.
So I would love to see him getting game time. Specifically left wing-back. Left-back, probably not. That feels like a massive step up for a 16-year-old. But left wing-back, I'd be happy to see.
Yeah, I hope we see that in that Carabao Cup. Charlie, maybe we'll try it out there because I'm not too fussed about that this year. I want to concentrate on the Conference League. So why not? If these boys are showing this kind of form, this is where you should test them out in that competition.
Yeah,
Let's see a bit.
Good luck with your weekend, Mamani. Leeds, City, Brighton, Arsenal, Newcastle, Liverpool, Scum, Man United, QPR, Sunderland, 1,993 quid.
9 teams or 9 matches, I should say. Come on, Harmony.
6, 7, 9 matches. Wow, it's hard for me to get one match right. Never mind 9. Good evening, Brucey. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hi, everyone. Oh, look, is this the police line?
Yeah, the police line up is at the bottom. That's why Charlie shaved his beard. He's on the run. That's the police line.
If you don't recognise me, that's how you roll.
Down there.
Probably it's the opposite effect, mate. You're getting more recognised now.
I haven't got the helicopter buzzing around me this week.
Yeah.
Did I tell any of you lot when I got recognised on the street the other day?
Nah.
Like 2 weeks ago. Or like near my house. And I've never felt so uncomfortable in my life.
Why?
it just I don't like it. Like it's one thing because like I go to game when I used to go to games, you'd get recognised occasionally or whatever, and that is what it is. But like because you're at a game, like there's 60,000 West Ham fans coming into one specific location. One of them is going to be subscribed to the channel, right? Whatever that happens. Like I had a guy who was sitting behind me in the row behind me once, just like tap on my shoulder and be like, "Do you have this chat?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, and then we had a nice conversation or whatever. But it's like when you're there, you can have a conversation about football. You can do whatever. I was coming home from Tesco with like carrier bags and a backpack full of like Pepsi Max or whatever, and I'm like stood at the flipping crossing like this, like struggling to hold everything up. It's like 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday or whatever. It's cold. I just want to get home. I'm just like this, and then I see out the corner of my eye some guy walking along with a West Ham shirt. I go, "Oh, there's a West Ham shirt," because where I live, you don't see many. And so I was like, "Oh, there's a West Ham shirt." And then he just came up and said, "Hey, excuse me, are you trying to find a chat?" I was like, "Yeah, nice to meet you, bro." And I can't shake his hand because I've got flipping shopping everywhere. So I'm just like, "Yep, good to meet you." I hated it. Maybe that's why I've shaved, so now just no one sees me and I can just go about my daily business. But
what is it with Tesco? Because Abel he went into Tesco just getting through the barriers, and some guy come up to him, and you know Abel's account was he said, "Are you the guy? Are you the guy?" Yeah, and then he wanted an autograph and photo with Abel in Tesco.
That was nice of him, wasn't it? It would have made Abel's day, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Save us. I'm going to see if I can get it on screen for you.
Yeah, because I didn't. His parents sent it to me after I put out the video. So Stuart can put it up now. Actually, Miles is the guy's name.
Yeah, I'll share screen. That'll be better. It'll be quicker.
So he's from the West Country, and apparently he's trying to convert everyone there. There he is.
Was that him?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Great photo. Huh?
Yeah, it is a good photo.
Yeah.
In Tesco,
Brilliant.
as we do.
It's the meeting place, mate.
Yeah.
It's the meet.
Well, that's where the West Ham stalkers are. They saw Charlie coming out of all these bags and all that. There he is. Wait till he gets to the bus stop.
Stresses me out, bro. It stresses me out. Don't like it. I just want to go to Tesco. Buy my Toblerone, and then go home and eat it. Is that such a crime? I don't need this stress.
Right, Charlie, brown chocolate Toblerone or white chocolate?
Brown.
White.
The answer is every Toblerone.
The white one.
Let's be honest. You put a Toblerone in front of me, it's not going to last long. I'm biting straight into it. The triangle bits are hitting the top of my mouth. I don't care. We're just going straight in. But I had the white one for the first time last Christmas or whenever it was.
Yeah.
And it was a very important moment in my life. I'll say that.
The white chocolate one's better.
Would I still, if I only ever see the brown ones, but if I saw a white one, I'd get heavily involved.
What about you, Cieran?
I've never had the white one.
Oh, you never had it?
No, I used to like getting one of them big mountain Toblerones at Christmas. You know, massive. But I've never had the white one, so there you go.
They should.
I haven't got.
They should really they should make an half and half, but not half and half. Like one brown, one white, one brown, one white. They should bring out a version like that.
A half and half scarf. You're a plastic Toblerone fan. Is that
Yeah,
what's going
you
on
plastic half and half. You fucking idiot.
Cresswell's confidence at pieces have declined. We have 0 goals this year. That's what I'm going to say.
Agree.
Oh, she got 7 out of 10 last week and Leeds winning let her down.
Oh shit.
Girl.
So yeah, Liverpool win. Obviously, she backed Liverpool. That would have been 8 out of 8.
This is why you never bet against your own club, Amani.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a shock result, but there you go. That's the Premier League for you, mate. You get them. Or it'd be easier for all these things, wouldn't it?
Mm.
Nippy Reid was asking about you, Cieran. Is that a joke? Then? I've heard of Nippy Reid.
Nippy Reid was asking about you.
Peter Reid?
Nippy Reid.
Nippy Reid. Yeah. I'm hoping he's dead now, isn't he? Nippy Reid.
Good evening, Willie. Hope you're doing well, mate. You notice I must do this at wrong times, not right times, because everyone comes in right at the end of the show, don't they?
Wallito.
Brother Wally, I am supposed to Brother Wally in a while. Hope you're doing well, Brother Wally. Hope you're doing well. Larry. Charlie, you are popular, mate. Who like baby bells? Respect my mate. Yeah, you're popular who likes baby bells.
So I'm trying to get a sponsor from them at the moment. I'm trying to get a sponsor from them and Greg's. They're the two I'm aiming for at the moment, and neither are biting. But we'll stick at it and we'll get there.
Yeah. Do you know though? It would be a good thing though, that wouldn't it? If you could get Baby Bell on board. You know what I mean?
I've tried. I've emailed them. I've given it. I've genuinely tried. We'll see. I reckon if I just carry on plugging at it, maybe we'll get through eventually to someone. But so far, I haven't had any responses. I tried to get IKEA to sponsor us as well near the beginning of the watch-alongs. We used to have a thing where Tom, who I used to do the watch-alongs with, had like an IKEA glass, a specific one that he used to drink out of, and we all used to get hyped whenever he drank out of it for some reason because we're weird like that. But I tried to get IKEA to sponsor us for a while, and they weren't biting for obvious reasons. But listen, Baby Bells, I reckon it's achievable.
Was it the vase he was drinking out of?
It was the vase, yeah, the vase, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had it looked like a vase, bruv, and he just used to drink out of it. And then we had on our Discord, we had a link to buy the vase, and people actually bought the vase. This is what I'm saying. IKEA could have made money off us if they tried it, but they didn't go for it. I reckon we can get Baby Bells. Baby Bells is achievable. That or Greg's. Now, Greg's, I'm just doing it for my own, like, whatever.
Personal
But
gain.
Baby Bells, yeah, 100%. But Baby Bells, I reckon I could wear like a Baby Bell shirt. I eat Baby Bells, brother. Oh, we can make this happen. But they're not biting yet.
Are they a British company or European?
European.
Yeah, Baby
European.
Bell.
European.
See what
This
that
channel
is.
is massive everywhere we go. All over Europe now, West Ham.
There you go. Deeper we go into the competition, more likely it is the Baby Bell PR people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I know that. And we'll get there. I believe.
Brother Darren having a laugh there. Look at this, only turned in for Abel Loops one channel. Ireland, everyone's saying hello to each other. Everyone is joining. Darren, this is awesome. Tesco, is that a
Wow.
Is that like Tesco's like what is a Wawa? Is that like a cash and carry?
I don't know. Tesco is supermarket, Wally. I don't know what would be the equivalent because Walmart is different. That's got like everything in there.
Yeah,
like,
no. It's more of a food supermarket, Wally.
Yeah,
Tesco.
the bigger ones do have electricals and stuff like that, but you know the majority of them is just food supermarket. But they do have some bigger stores. Oh, so
Mine is dark chocolate all day long, especially green and blacks.
I don't like dark chocolate.
No, I don't know.
I wish I could remember which one it was. I never liked dark chocolate, but I had one recently. I think it might have been like a vegan dark chocolate thing. I don't remember what it was, but it was so good. And it's the only dark chocolate I've ever loved, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was. So this information is entirely superfluous, and I apologize now for it. But like, it was so good. But I wish I knew what it was. I think it was like a vegan thing, but it was great. Apart from that, I've never liked dark chocolate.
See, all chocolatiers, they would, you know, it's only dark chocolate. Everything else is no. But
isn't it amazing? You know, like Charlie always denies it's never him that brings up the food, right? He always denies it, right?
Yeah.
Yet again, we're on here, and here we are, fucking into the food and the chocolate and the baby milk.
You lot are talking about it. I'm just eating it, Cieran. There's a difference. I'm just eating the food. You lot are the ones talking about it.
Look, Charlie, have you had a decent takeaway lately? And what was it? I'll join in with this because I want to know. A real good takeaway. I know you've had loads. What have you got?
He's got pizza.
Like an Italian, or a curry, or a pizza, or a kebab. What?
I tell you what. It's not takeaway. It was a restaurant that we ate in at. But there's this place called what's it called? Kintan in central London. It's a Japanese barbecue. Oh my god, it's the greatest thing in the world. Oh my lord.
Good.
If you'd asked me before, would you eat cow's tongue? I would categorically say to you, you're crazy. No, my lord.
Yeah.
It's changed my life, Cieran. It's changed my life. Oh,
Really?
I need it in my
The
life.
cow's tongue.
Yeah,
I've heard
so
about
good.
people like that. Yeah.
It's not takeaway, but that is beautiful.
Do you know the cheeks they do? The cow cheek? That is gorgeous, mate. That is a gorgeous feed. But, yeah, the cow's tongue. There you go. I'll give it a go.
So good.
So was it chewy or no?
No, a little bit, but not really. I wouldn't describe it as chewy. You know, it's one of those ones where so Kintan is one of those ones where it has a grill in the middle of the table, and so they just bring you the meat and you do it yourself.
Oh, I've heard of that place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
One of them big plates. You get the plate in front of you, a hot plate.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. It's like a grill that's like embedded in the table, and then they take a lid off and it's just on, and then you cook all the stuff on it. Well, the meat stuff.
Wow.
It's so good. So good.
West Ham are the only people qualified with 100% win rate in Europe in 5 years.
Wow.
Charlie is like eating like a wolf in a wood.
I'm very hungry. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, Paul Titch looks like he's ready to fit sack. He looks like he's absolutely shattered. Well,
I'm tired.
knackered, mate. Well, look, guys, we're going to end it there. There's still lots of comments that keep coming in. Well, it's like a supersize 7-Eleven.
I've never heard of Wawa.
Right. No.
There are 7-Eleven shops everywhere in Sweden. Carlton's supposed to be really nice.
That's what Charlie had.
It's great, Ahmed. It's so good. Would recommend it.
Sounds like Sweden is the right
One there, you know, I sent you that photo of that lizard.
Yeah.
It was on the property there, where we're working. Well, earlier on, all the bushes there, I was picking something out of the bushes, and it fucking moved, and I thought it was a snake first. I shit myself. I fucking froze. And then I threw him, and it was a big blue tongue lizard. You know, I mean, thank fuck for that.
Massive.
Yeah.
Even lizard, I'd run a mile. Well, a dop a mile. I'd go. I don't. Oh, that scares the hell out of me. Spiders, I don't mind. Wasps, don't mind. Bees, don't mind. Flies, don't mind. Worms, don't mind. Snakes, just phobia of them. Absolutely terrify me.
Yeah, they do scare you. I'll tell you. You don't want to be bit by one.
That was a big lizard, man.
Yeah, it was a big blue tongue, they call him. When his tongue's bright blue when they come out. Yeah, big old thing. But,
Was it a blue tongue skunk, Cieran?
what's that, mate?
Was it a blue tongue skink? SKINK, Cieran.
Yeah, well, it might be a hammerhead because I call it a blue tongue, so maybe that's what it is, skink. But it's a big one. It was about a foot long, quite thick. So yeah, it might be a blue tongue skink, but they just call them blue tongues. There, some of the kids, when you ask here, will have them as pets, but you don't want to go and touch a wild one, mate, because he'll snap you. He'll bite. They've got nice sharp teeth. He will bite.
I'm all right in I'm all right in North of Bradford. I know what animals I need to look out for, and none of them are bloody dangerous. So I'm all right here. Thank you very much. Right, guys, look, we'll end it there. Thank you for watching this disabled team. Hope you've all enjoyed it. What have you got coming up again? Remind everyone.
I think I'm doing a watch along for the Spurs Liverpool game Sunday. I think. Yeah, I haven't scheduled nothing yet, but yeah, I think that'll be the next thing.
Charlie, what's happening with Mama's chat, mate?
What day is it? Friday. Tomorrow we have a preview of the Crystal Palace fan interview that'll go up probably like midday-ish, and then Sunday watch along for West Ham versus Crystal Palace, and a big boring 0-0 probably incoming. But hey, if Titch does us watch along, watch that one instead.
I'm not doing. No, I'll be out. I'll be at football, but I should be fine.
Come on, get involved in the watch along.
I should be fine. I should be back in time for the late game.
Unless literally anyone else is doing it, then what says?
And I strongly recommend the Leeds contingent who are in chat as well to go check out Charlie with his watch-alongs on this chat, because he's really good, really good. Gets crowd involved just like we do. Unfortunately, he'd love to get everybody involved, but there's so many people in that chat. It's all but impossible.
And the majority of them are just screaming the word baby bear at me. So, you can only comment up as much. But, we get there.
Yeah, right. Well, look, guys, there's only one thing left to say. Thank you for watching this edition of Disabled Team. So goodbye from me.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
See ya.
Goodbye from him. See you later, mate.
See you all later.
Subscribe to Disabled